if you ever observe someone successful, a CEO, high-performing professional, architect, lawyer, doctor, whatever, a successful business owner, I will guarantee you that these two conditions always existed for them to get to that level, okay? And what are these two conditions? What's up, bro? Bam. Yo, what up, everybody? This is the N2N Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. N2N, also known as the Prolific Ninja, and you could call me the Ninja too. This is the N2N Podcast, the beginning to the end, the alpha to the omega, talking about life, motivation, inspiration, entrepreneurship, success, and offering morsels in this all-you-can-eat buffet called life. Back in the Bohemian Studios in the H-Town, glad to be here. This past weekend, there was a UFC fight where Edwards knocked out the reigning undefeated champ, Kamaru Usman, and that wasn't the interesting part. Subsequent to that fight, several days later, there was a post of a video of Edwards' coach, kind of looking at old film and seeing that there was an opening gap in Usman's defense. And so there was subsequent video of him working with Edwards, constantly drilling in that move, that kick that would get into that opening. And ultimately, Edwards won the championship because he knocked him out as a huge underdog, 3-1 underdog, which is huge. If you don't know, I'm an MMA fan. But the reason I'm telling you that is because it reminded me of something that I always coached my basketball players when I had my team, and I tell my current staff in the law firm and other businesses, is that there is actually not a formula for success, but two conditions required for success. Okay? Two conditions. And if you ever observe someone successful, a CEO, high-performing professional, architect, lawyer, doctor, whatever, a successful business owner, I will guarantee you that these two conditions always existed for them to get to that level, okay? And what are these two conditions? I always preach success is when preparation meets opportunity. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. Success happens when preparation meets opportunity. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Okay, so think about this. My son's a high school basketball player trying to get into college, right? Play college hoops. We just attended a great camp in New Orleans. He was invited to an elite camp. What that camp represented was the opportunity. Okay? Now, the other condition to be met is the preparation. Now, imagine if he slacked off all summer, he didn't put in the training, didn't put in the running, ate like garbage, didn't do the rehab, the stretching, didn't work on his technique or skills, didn't get stronger. Well, when it comes time to go to this opportunity, what do you think would have happened? Would have failed miserably. Opportunity gone. No success. Okay? On the flip side is, let's presume not the University of in New Orleans, but imagine if he just prepare, train hard, ate right, did all the things necessary to become an elite basketball player, but he never put his name out there. No one would ever know who he was. Opportunity will never come. Okay? So, to get to a level of success requires preparation, and where preparation meets opportunity. Okay? Same thing for me. Having a litigation law firm, to date we've helped thousands and thousands of clients, pay out millions of dollars to them. But we'll be celebrating 20 years in the legal industry next year. And, starting out, I had to constantly prepare myself to become a better litigator. Everything. Watching videos, watching other attorneys, reading books, all these things, understanding cases, understanding angles, understanding the rules, understanding procedurally how to conduct ourselves in court, right? And my first case ever, the settlement was $8,000. Okay, so prepared, had a small opportunity, took advantage of it, modest success. Now, 20 years later, in continuing to prepare and serving clients and creating opportunity, we're working on cases worth millions of dollars. Okay, and that's graduating these levels of success. So if you can, to illustrate this, just follow me here graphically. Assume we have a chart, okay, a line graph going back to algebra in high school. Okay, on the y-axis, we have preparation. Okay, preparation, and that at a certain level on this axis, there's a level of success. Okay, the x-axis down below is time and opportunity, when the opportunity occurs. Okay, now imagine if you're preparing, your level of preparation is going up and to the right, and opportunity hits. Okay, depending on where that is, if you're above that threshold of success, you're going to reach that level of success. Okay, now imagine you're preparing all the time, but you don't put your word out there. Nobody knows who you are. That opportunity is never going to exist. Even though you're preparing above the success line, if you don't get out there, if you stay home all the time, you don't get out to these networking meetings, you don't go to your trade meetings, you don't go to these trade shows, you don't do these things to get out there. Even though you prepared, opportunity will never come. Now, flip that where, again, this axis, the y-axis is preparation, x-axis is time and opportunity. Let's say you never prepare and you're just flatlining right here. You're flatlining, never preparing below that success threshold. You're just here. Well, even if you go to these trade shows, even if you go out there to these network meetings, in the instance where somebody sees you and gives you an opportunity, right here, spike, opportunity, you're not going to be prepared to get to that level of success. You would never go into a job interview, a major job interview, unprepared. Right? But you'll never get that job interview if you don't send your resume out. Right? So you got to prepare in order to be ready when that moment of opportunity hits yourself. And that's going to equate to levels of success. Now, there's levels to this. Okay? Again, that first kind of success threshold, let's say you prepared yourself, met that opportunity, and you're here above that threshold. Okay, now you've had some success because you were ready, the opportunity came. Well, that boosts your scale up to the next level of success. Now you're playing at this level here, continuing to prepare, and now you go above the next threshold of layer of success. Opportunity hits, now you're moving up. That's the secret. That's the secret on being successful. You have to have constant preparation and be ready you got to create opportunities and be ready when they hit. And when I say prepare, that means putting in the work. All the things we talk about in this podcast and other, success-oriented motivational podcasts, the discipline, the willingness to do the boring stuff day in and day out, the self-knowledge, increasing your self-knowledge, personal development, building your confidence, being willing to fail, all these things that we talk about, these elements of preparation and success and self-actualization and self-improvement, all these things is preparing yourself for when that opportunity hits. But you got to be out there to get to have that opportunity. Okay, so each time you're past the success threshold, you prepared, the opportunity hits, you're looking for the next one, that next threshold. Again, my first case ever was $8,000, right? Made net $2,000 on the case. Took us years to get to that one. But now, 20 years later, we're several millions of dollars in cases. Okay? The one secret to all of this, and hear me out specifically, keep this in mind always. Life-changing opportunities rarely come. I'm going to repeat that. life-changing opportunities rarely ever come. If you're lucky, you'll get 1 to 3 life-changing opportunities in a decade. When I say life-changing, that I mean you're ready, the opportunity presents itself, and now you're going vertical. Instead of meandering, you're going vertical. Talking about those kind of opportunities are very, very rare. They come ever so often, 1 to 3 times every decade. So what does that mean? You got to be constantly always preparing. You got to be willing to go for long periods of time, grinding away, not seeing any type of outcome, any type of positive momentum. None of that. You got to continue to put in that effort. And that's where all that discipline, consistency, willingness, drive, all that comes into play. Because again, these life-altering opportunities come very, very, very rarely. So whenever you're looking at that CEO, you're in a restaurant, you see a very successful person, understand, keep reminding yourself, success is going to come as long as I'm prepared and I look to actively create opportunity. Prepare, seek opportunity. Prepare, seek opportunity. Every morning, wake up. I want to be successful because I'm going to prepare and seek opportunity. Build that energy, build that momentum for yourself, and I guarantee you will find success as long as you prepare and seek the opportunity. This is the N2N Podcast. I'm the Prolific Ninja. If you found value in this episode or any other episode, please do like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, turn on your notifications on all platforms at N2N Podcast. At N2N Podcast. Looking forward to bringing you the next one very, very soon. What's up,